All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, fellow Pandemonium travelers, this is Seattle Pandemonium Shutdown, day 297 by my count. As we approach the new year, which is, tomorrow is New Year's Eve, I'm seeing more and more activity, but also, being out here during the day is a little different than being out here at night, of course. Commute times are still pretty low, a lot longer than they were, though. I no longer take I-5, really. I should probably try to give it another shot just to see how much worse it's become. I-5 was a nightmare during rush hour before all this. And so now life is returning. Again, not all of the before time was good. And in fact, some of the before time was really bad and has become worse now that the world ended. But see the streets, I mean, it's basically rush hour, and it is just basically barren. I mean, it was raining and cold all day, but, that's not like there's anything to go do in downtown. Drive around and film the ruination like I am. What else? What's going on? What's going down? We got we got Walmart Twitter wars going on. Who was it? Josh Hawley? What is he, a senator? So some intern at Walmart is so fired. Hawley tweeted something about how we need to have an inquiry in Congress about election fraud. And this very fired person replied to him, sure, have your 2 hour long speech or whatever. Hashtag sore loser. Well, this started a chain reaction of conservatives mauling Walmart. There's blood in the water, right? Now there's blood in the water. Oh yeah, you're in the pocket of China. You use Chinese slave labor. You low wages for American workers, and so they don't get health insurance and all the classic leftist critiques of Walmart just started flying. They were hot under the collar, I tell you. And then Walmart says, we deleted that tweet. That doesn't represent our policy. And it's like, yeah, you better clear this up. But I think their stock price went down a little bit. We got downtown. See, during the day, maybe it's a little more. See, it's almost pretty. See, Winter Wonderland. Non-denominational holiday decorations. Yep. So, Walmart will apologize. Maybe everyone will just move on. It's still funny because some massive corporation like Walmart's like one of the biggest companies in the world, and the CEO is just minding his business, doing his. He's golfing into that little putt machine in his office, right? And I think I just saw a car prowler. And then secretary runs in. Sir, you have to see this. Oh my God. And then one tweet, their Twitter account suddenly turns into a bloodbath for their brand. Because I'm going to say some millennial just forgot to switch accounts on the corporate account. Oh, goodness. It's just funny. It's just funny. There's the Space Needle. You can almost see it. See, it is like this, though. It's just like any doorway. any doorway that has lights or, God forbid, some kind of like heating vent or HVAC vent. Anywhere with a roof. But there is an intrepid individual. Sometimes there's just giant popsicle sticks. I don't know what it is. It's art, but whatever. There's an intrepid individual near my work. This guy is just he's marked out a spot on the sidewalk. It is his section of sidewalk. No, there's a camp on the sidewalk. And he is committed to the bit, man. He lives it. He just is on the ground. He's got a sleeping bag. And he just lays on the ground. And he's got his piles of stuff around, and he does his thing. He was having a moment today, hollering and screaming at people and stuff. And I thought at one point that I saw an ambulance over there, and I was like, oh, maybe they're doing a wellness check. And then I walked over, and the ambulance drivers were just sitting in there. One was playing on his phone, and the other one was sleeping. They were just parked. They weren't there to help this guy. Like, there's this guy writhing around, like, hurling obscenities at no one, and clearly being mentally ill, which I guess, it's technically, it's not illegal or anything, but these guys are just like, whatever. Like, no one, I mean, I didn't call for a wellness check. Apparently no one else did either. That's kind of where we're at, if you can believe that. So, and just like that, the pink elephant was gone. There was the pink elephant car wash right here on my right. Famous place. Gone. Everything's gone, man. It's all going down. And this death spiral, I think that we are headed towards something quite frightening, my friends. I think that by the time all this carnage is actually over, I think people are going to basically be aghast at how much economic hardship we are, well, how much we're looking at, and then how much we're still going to endure. And it's just not gonna, on long-term economic trends, okay, you can ride it out and come out the other end sitting pretty, at least sitting prettier than you were, depending on how you manage your financials and your situation and stuff. But like, it's the trope is, at the beginning of the Great Depression, if you owned a bunch of shares of stock and then you just held on to it until 8 years later or something, when everything recovered, then you would have not lost anything. Other people would have been ruined, but not you. So when you're in the long view of history, it's sometimes hard to know where you actually stand, because long-term economic trends take so long to play out, right? And so on the one hand, we're seeing all the fear, we're seeing the confusion and everything of the current, moment. And you know that it's going to be bad, but it's like it hasn't quite hit yet. It hasn't hit to the point, to the level. See this? You see this? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. What is this? Why do you have all this garbage? Like, what is it? I mean, I have junk at home, but it's in my house. It's on my property. I have to justify why I have it in my house. You have all that. You have piles of garbage on the sidewalk that exists for no reason, and it's in public space. I mean, it's like, what are you doing? I mean, there's crazy, and then there's whatever the hell that is. Gathering up random garbage and just piling it up. Well, tomorrow's going to be an interesting one. Got to take some parentals for some COVID tests. So that's going to be fun. And we'll see if I can't get a little extra special treat going for Kyle next month. I'll have more information later. Talk to you guys later. Bye.